said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see the number 18 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the winners of 6 straight, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Ducks will boot it away to start the game. He'll bring it out. It's Moore. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Looking to throw, it's Lindsey. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Touchdown, Ducks! This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
I mean, you talk about coming out of the defense and setting the tone and letting them know it's going to be a long game. Let's do this. How about a pick 6 on the first possession? Nice job by the defense coming out and striking first in this ballgame.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Moore. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. So here comes the Michigan offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Going right to work up top. Hauls it in. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Creates a little space. Loose in the middle. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12.
You want to know why this offense runs the football a lot? Because you got a guy that's top 5 in college football in rushing. You give him the football, and he'll continue to make plays. I imagine they're going to keep feeding him because he keeps putting up productive numbers.
The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. Let's it fly. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Takes it the other way. He's at the 40. The 20. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Oregon.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in the game.
He'll bring it out. It's Moore. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. They're working that left side, and he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. And the Wolverines will hustle to the line. Guys, let's chat about Michigan. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top 2 teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these 2 teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
He's going for it all. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. The lone back's got it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Moore to the air. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking deep. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
And, man, I tell you what, I just love his instincts. You can tell when the ball's being passed, he sees it, and he breaks on the football. That's why he's in the top 10 in interceptions this season. Just such a great feel in the passing game, and you got to be careful when you attack him.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. So they gamble on 4th down in the first half, and, man, does it pay off.
4th and long. I mean, what just 4th and short? Nowadays, man, so much aggression in college football. And how about right there, 4th down and long? No problem. I got this in the first half.
And the Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Lets it fly deep downfield. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away. And that's one he'd like to have back.
Turning it on. Got enough for the 1st, and he's still going. Touchdown, Ducks! Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot. He makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Look out, he's got room. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
What a nice run there. And from the beginning of time, Michigan football has been synonymous with running the football. You can think back to Tyrone Wheatley, Anthony Thomas, Chris Perry, Hassan Haskins. Big physical runners that also had sprinter speed and that could change the game. This dude right here, every time he has the football, he has the ability to go the distance, and that's what makes this Michigan offense so dangerous.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Grabbed behind the line. It's Haynes. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down.
Great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
The Wolverines are rolling down the field. Scanning the field, it's Lindsey. Makes the grab, it's Marsh.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
And I'd go back to him again after that first carry, but the defense more ready. They're more alert, dialed into the running back. They're like, listen, we've given up one big play. All eyes on him. Nice job getting the guy on the ground.
A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick completion on the out route. Run out of bounds, they'll spot him at the 24.
Obviously, great job picking up the first down there through the air, but you're trailing by a lot of points now, and you're in that area of the field where you should take a shot. If I was the offensive coordinator, I'd be thinking about throwing this next one into the end zone and trying to cut into the lead.
Looking to throw on first down. Grab behind the line. It's Haynes. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. They'll decline that penalty. Obviously very happy with results of the play. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. The give on the option. Several defenders there to get him on the ground. And the Wolverines want to pick up the tempo. Rides the back and leaves it. Fights his way for a couple, but stops short of the marker. It's 4th and 1. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. They'll run the option. Now the toss. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Michigan. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And that's why it's so tough to stop an option offense in plays like this, because defensively you've got to be so good with your assignments. Someone needs the dive. Someone needs the quarterback. Who's got the pitch man? That time nobody on defense had the answer.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Edwards. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. They're going to test the right side with this one. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Quarterback making adjustments. Moore will throw. Unloads to the wideout. Finds his man. It's Casper. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play, because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Bunch formation for these receivers. They'll go to the air. Fires to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Yeah, and because of the pressure, the defense gets pressure on him immediately so quickly that he makes a bad decision, tries to throw it into double coverage. Really nice job pressuring the quarterback up front.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the snap, it's Edwards. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
Well, the defense may have been caught off guard a little bit on that play. It was 2nd and long. They weren't expecting the run. So now we've got 3rd and manageable, and they've got to be wondering to themselves, is this offense going to try to run the ball again here?
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Moore to the air. That's caught. It's Edwards. On the move at the 30. Oh, he thought for sure he was going to be able to house that one, but a huge pickup all the way down to the 12.
This quarterback has found a really nice rhythm here on this drive. He just looks dialed in. He's doing a great job in the pre-snap, seeing the safety rotation, and that time saw the one-on-one matchup to take a shot, and he hit it. He's in a really, really nice groove right now.
Got his man on the right. Touchdown, Oregon! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
I love it. Nice play call, nice design. Gets Get the ball to your speedster and let him do the rest. Try to find a way to isolate guys and get matchups. And you did it with your running back, slash receiver there, and he did the rest.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Guys, he's up to 103 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Cleescorn. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. Go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
The Wolverines racing to the line in the hurry-up. Inside the big house, they have those big condominiums down there on the field paving the way for the running backs.
Big, huge condominiums, and every year it's a little bit different of how they wear their uniforms and how they fit their uniforms, but the style, always the same. Line up, hit you right in the mouth. That's who Michigan is.
2nd down coming up. To the air, it's Lindsey. Here comes the heat. Complete to the right. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
In the slant route, you got to put that foot in the ground and cut in a hurry so you can create a little bit of separation from that cornerback, and a nice job with the concentration, plucking that football, pulling it in.
And the Wolverines will have it 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. With the catch, it's Morgan. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down. The Wolverines have pushed it inside the 20. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They'll leave it with him. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those 3rd downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the 1st without scoring. On the option, he'll toss it. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Really good job by this defense, man. 4th down and short. Great job playing the quarterback first. That's the most important part of the option. Don't let him get downhill. Now it gets to the pitch man. It gets a little bit outside. They run to the football and get the big stop on 4th down.
They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Man, nice Nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, every game in CUSA is so very critical. How about this one today? Sam Houston has the lead right now. Huntsville has been jumping all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 7 over FIU. We'll keep you updated as this one goes forward in a game that could shake up the CUSA race significantly.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Wants to adjust the pattern. Moore will throw. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Trying to take it back. At the 30.
And that's a play the defense absolutely had to have. They've given up some big plays in this first half, and they're down on the scoreboard right now. Something positive needed to happen. Maybe that's the interception that changes the momentum in this game. It's now up to their offense to try and score some points here before the first half ends.
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
They'll give it to the back. Oh, he's got some space. And they're able to make the tackle.
Well, the defense wasn't expecting that. They had a lot of guys back into coverage. That was second and a lot of yards to go, and they got caught off guard. Not enough guys in the box to control that running back.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. They are perfect on 4th down so far in the first half. They'll try to make it 3 for 3. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And he's got it! Touchdown, Michigan!
Man, that's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He only needs a sliver of daylight. They use the sideline as their friend and finally get him out of bounds on the return at the 47. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Gets the back moving. On the direct snap, it's Hughes. Grabbed in the middle, it's Moore. He'll work his way down to the 28. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. This one will be a 45-yard attempt, and he'll kick it from the left side. Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They'll snag it just inside the 10. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Wolverines will kick it off to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Edwards. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. First play from scrimmage here in the second half, and they'll keep it on the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Moore to the air. Finds his man. It's Moore. Breaks into the open. And the defense was on its heels after that long completion.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
He'll try to do it himself. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
And this QB, man, how about it? It's a pass play. He's dropping back to pass. He realizes it's man-to-man, and as they start to chase their guys down the field, well, nobody's got me, and I can just take off, and I've got speed. He chews up ground so easy, so frustrating for a defense to have to deal with a guy like this.
Looking to throw on first down. With the catch, it's Green. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter they come out and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Here we go. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
The Ducks really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Quarterback may change this route. Moore will throw. Unleashes to the end zone. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be fourth down.
On that third down, they took a shot in the end zone, just couldn't connect. QB and receiver not on the same page, and now it's decision time if you're the head coach on fourth.
Perhaps emboldened by converting a fourth down earlier in the game, they'll try a second time. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering for the score. The Ducks trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. Gonna look downfield again. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
I love the job here by the linebacker. He just kind of floats and he's shuffling and he's waiting to see which way the quarterback's going to go with the football. Not able to snag it out of the air, but hey, batting it away, it's a big-time play.
And the D deny them on second and goal. He'll take it himself. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Ducks!
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Michigan offense. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
To the air, it's Lindsey. Caught near the sticks, it's Marsh. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Looking downfield on first down. Release to the back. And it's picked off for the fourth time today.
And we've called his name a lot, and that's interception number 6. That's 6. He just continues to find ways to find the football and make plays for this defense.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, Dan. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Using his legs, it's Hill. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
At this part of the field in the red zone, offensively, bringing all these tight ends in the game, you'd like to be more physical at the point of attack. That's why you're bringing the big bodies in, but they couldn't get it done up front, and as a result, it's a negative play.
Snagged out of the air. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. Touchdown, Oregon! And the beatdown has ensued.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And he added the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Moore. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Good pick up, a little bit short of the sticks. The Wolverines in the hurry-up. Wants to throw again. Here's a heat. Finds a man on the right. And he was on his way gets it all the way to the 38. And the Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. Back to throw, it's Lindsey. Makes the catch, it's Haynes.
Guys out in the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Wants to fire on second down. Fires toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Leaves it with the back. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
Oftentimes when offenses get a first down, that's when they like to speed up the tempo, and you're seeing them now go hurry up.
There he goes. Touchdown, Wolverines. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
Anytime you've got a successful run play on the ground, you've got to have great blocking up front. The offensive line, receivers, everybody doing their job, and that helped lead to the home run.
Getting aggressive here and going for 2. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to go up top. Good timing on the quick out. He'll make his way in for the 2, and now they're down by 16. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Edwards. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Moore to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Moore. It's a seam wide open. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
In the red zone, it's Green. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Back to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Makes the catch. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass call is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting it, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game.
Touchdown, Ducks! And the pummeling has started. With that last score, things comfortable here in the fourth as they are headed to a 7-1 record.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Got a man. It's Marsh.
And this offense is going to have to catch some breaks, man. They're going to have to make some big plays. They're going to have to push the ball down the field, break some tackles, hit some home runs, down 3 possessions in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to do everything right.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
The Wolverines come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Rush is on him. Turning it on. Oh, what a cut. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass and was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the first down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
Deep shot for the end zone. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
And the Wolverines headed quickly to the line.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Tackle is made right at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 4. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to throw, it's Lindsey. Fires deep toward the end zone. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Bringing it back. They'll mark him out of bounds short of the 40 at the 37-yard line, but a big-time pickup on the ground.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game, running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
They forced ahead just a bit, not a lot working with the Wildcat there.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Looking left. He makes a catch. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down.
They're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
To the air on first down. Throwing right. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Moore will throw. Pulls it in, it's low. Pick up for 5, it'll be 3rd down and 5.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Complete out of the backfield. He will not get there. They'll turn it over on downs, and that leaves the door open. Offense in an empty set. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Fires to the big fella. After 45 on his way. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab. The Wolverines want to crank the tempo. Looking to throw on 1st down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
At this point in the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Lindsey. Makes the grab, it's Mark. Oh, he's got some space. And he's brought down after a nice game. And the Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Looking for the score. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. Just keeps slinging it. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. Quick strike through the air for the score.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2. Looking to throw. To the end zone, and it's picked off.
2-point plays, the windows are very small to throw into. That time, he just tried to force it into a tiny window. Ended up being picked, and the offense comes away with no points.
He'll bring it out. It's Gresham. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Making side adjustments here. Moore to the air. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Direct snap. It's Hughes. And the wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll break out the wildcat to try to move the chains. Sends it back in motion. On the direct snap, it's Hughes. Nobody falling for the tomfoolery, the chicanery, and it'll be fourth down. And the Ducks will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He gets it away from his own end zone. Gets away from one, finds room. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
To the air, it's Lindsey. Trying to get behind the defense. He makes the grab. Tight end trying to get in. He goes out of bounds. Big pickup on the play. It'll look nice in the stats column, but probably not enough to make a difference in the game. The Wolverines will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. He wants to throw it. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy. And because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football, and that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the 4th quarter.
Trying to bull his way in, and he will score. Touchdown, Wolverines. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
And he puts through the extra point. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Time is against them, still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Offense changing the play. Moore will throw. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Pulls it in inside the 10. They're able to make the stop, and this offense running plays and racking up yards all the way to the end as they get the W. How much much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season, but give the higher-ranked team tons of credit. They earned this one.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.